guys, so it is time for another sketchbook update. It's been a little over a week for sure. I've definitely done quite a few drawings since my last update, but there's a nice variety, some pen and ink and stuff, so let's just get started. This is kind of a random drawing. I mean, not that random, you guys have seen me draw stuff like this before, but kind of tank girl inspired, kind of, I don't know why I got the idea to draw this. Really, I like the way this one turned out though. I feel like her pose is pretty kind of fun, and this is all from my head too. And normally my poses when I draw from my head aren't very natural looking, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at drawing poses from my head. This is actually not a very successful drawing. Kind of rushed through this one, and there's just a lot of things. I don't like his face, just a lot about this one. The gesture's fine, the pose is fine, it's kind of interesting, but I don't know, something about his head bugs me. I don't really like it that much. So this one is, like the difference between this one and the last one, I spent a little bit more time getting gradual value changes on this one, so you can kind of tell I spent a little bit more time, but I like the face on this. I feel like it's unique, has a little bit of personality. The only thing I would change is kind of the mouth, like the distance between his right here and his jaw. Like there's not enough space here. The jaw is too thin. So that's the only thing I don't like about this one, but it's kind of a fun drawing. This is an artist that I follow on Instagram, and he is so people always ask me what artists inspire you. I think it's really important to find people that push you. I like his drawing, and he draws a ton, and I like having people, you know, push me. When I see him post like 10 drawings in a day, I go, well crap man, I have to up my game, I have to draw more. And I feel like it's important finding people, peers, that you can kind of pit yourself against and, you know, push yourself to get better. So I did this drawing because he had been drawing a bunch of his followers and stuff, and he actually drew my daughter in one of his little cartoon follower sketches, so I decided to kind of hit him back up and do a drawing of him with a couple of his characters in it. So this is a pen and ink drawing. This is just ballpoint pen. I forgot my pencils that day, so I used a red marker I had on my desk and a ballpoint pen and just started scribbling some random stuff. And that's kind of what I came up with here. Some scribble technique. I don't know, this one's kind of fun. Weird little robot thing. For just no reason at all, decided to draw a woman's face, and then so what happened on this side is, like, I started shading it, and I wanted a real strong light source, and I'm like, wow, that's really strong, kind of looks like a skull. So I decided to make it half of kind of a skull face, for no reason at all. And then I just drew some gears in the background just because, and yeah, not much else going on here. Here is the sketchbook, or was the Furball creation. You guys saw me do the speed drawing of this one, and this was, so I already did a video on this one, but yeah, there it is in my sketchbook. Here is a sketch, and I really like this. I looked at a pose for this one that I saw on Pinterest, and I just kind of added my own 2 cents to this. I didn't really go for the likeness of the pose, the person in the pose or anything. It was just something where I wanted a natural pose, and then I added these little guys in, which I felt like these are a little bit different style than my normal thing. This guy's kind of like got a little chipmunk face or something, but I really like the characters in this one, and I like the way it turned out, so I did another one. Again, I looked at a pose for this one, and yeah, and then I added my little robot guys, kind of fun. I think these are inspired a little bit by my daughter and I have been watching a show called Wakfu cartoon show, anime, and she loves it, so they're a little bit inspired by that show, I think. And I like the robot guys, so I started drawing these little robot guys, and actually I drew this one first, and this is just black, pink, and ink. I forgot my sketchbook and my pencils, so I just drew on some printer paper. And yeah, so I really like kind of this different look that these have. It's not all the gears and stuff that I've been drawing. It's more simplified, like plates and stuff. But I like the way they turned out so much. I did another one the next day, even though I had my sketchbook. And so there's those two. And then I did one in pencil just to kind of see what that would look like. So you can kind of see how I'll be drawing in my sketchbook, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, I like that idea. So I'm gonna, explore it a little bit, come up with some new ideas, and that's how I get like my furball creations happen the same way. I drew something, I liked it, so I continued on with developing the idea. I actually bought this Bristol paper, which is really smooth, white, but thick paper, because I want to actually explore this even more and do some really nice finished work on something like that. So this was a doodle. And here's the last sketch that I was working on. This actually took up a few days of sketchbooks because it takes a long time to do these, but this is another illustration for my children's book that I'm working on. I've kind of been trying to fit these in while still doing my daily sketches, versus as before I was just only doing these, and I feel like doing that I burnt myself out a little bit. So I'm trying to avoid that and stay steady with my drawing. So I'm mixing them in now, and I feel like it's gonna work a lot better for me. So anyway, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. And my next video will be the Q&A. I've got all the questions printed out and stuff. I just gotta film it. So that you guys can expect that one probably here in a few days. And then, yeah, so if you do have any last minute Q&A questions, you can ask them in this video as well. But I'm pretty sure I got enough to make a pretty long video. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching. And if you haven't, subscribe.